Hello student, good morning. Myself Sri K. D. Borse sir, biology subject teacher. In last lecture we learned respiration and circulation chapter content concept, common disorders of respiratory system. In that we learn emphysema, chronic bronchitis, acute bronchitis, sinusitis, pneumonia, asthma, occupational respiratory diseases like asbestosis, silicosis. Today we learn some more content including respiration and circulation chapter, transportation in living organisms. Observe the diagram and discuss the processes. So let us start today's first concept, transportation in living organism. All living organism may be unicellular or multicellular. All living organism may be unicellular or multicellular, show an important property of exchange of material with their surrounding. Exchange of material with their surroundings as well as between various part of their cell of the body. Between various part of their cell or body, organism take oxygen and nutrients from surrounding. These are circulated within the body for various metabolic activity. The waste generated within are given out the surrounding. Transportation occurs by diffusion or active transport. Transportation occurs by diffusion, and active transport is suitable in extremely small organism. Extremely small organism suitable diffusion active transport process transportation. But in intracellular transport, in this transport by cyclosis show almost all living organism. In this transport by cyclosis show almost all living organism. Example, paramecium, amoeba, root hair cell of many plants, and WBC in animals show cyclosis type of transport, intracellular transport. Extracellular transport, in this transport water or body fluid circulated through body cavity. In this transport water or body fluid circulated through body cavity. Example, sponges, coelenterate, ratas show extracellular transport. In flatworms, there is parenchymal circulation. Always remember, in flatworms there is parenchymal circulation. In roundworm there is no blood vessel. In roundworms there is no blood vessels. So the body fluid is move around the viscera. Body fluid is move around the viscera by contraction of body wall and muscles. Up to this we detail discuss transportation in living organism, intracellular transport, extracellular transport, cyclosis transport, parenchymal circulation. Today we also learn, observe the diagram and discuss the processes. So see very important diagram here. Observe the diagram and discuss the processes. This border is actual body wall. Inside the body wall, body cavity is seen. In the body cavity show different systems are seen. Mouth is anterior end. This tube show posterior end is anus, means this tube is actual. Digestive system part, alimentary canal starting from mouth to anus. This part is stomach. So this is the alimentary canal of digestive system. This one is the heart and this one is blood vessel. In the blood vessel seen blood. So this is the circulatory system. Heart, blood vessels. So this is the circulatory system is attached to digestive system. This one is actual respiratory system. So this is the trachea, bronchiole, lungs is connected to circulatory system. Here gases exchange seen. Oxygen is inspiration, means inhalation of oxygen, and exhalation of CO2. So gases exchange takes place inside the lungs and it connected to circulatory system. This is the cell, actual cell and blood vessel. Here also nutrient material from blood to cell, oxygen transfer from blood to cell, while in the cell present waste material transfer from cell to blood. So here transportation is seen in between cell and blood. Here this one is excretory system. Nephron is seen. Nephron is connected to blood vessel, means metabolic waste produce urine in the urinary system. So this is the actual excretory system, means in the body cavity seen here digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system and excretory system. Means this diagram indicate the functions correlation between, in this diagram indicate the functions correlation between digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system and excretory system. In this diagram indicate the functions correlation between digestive system, this is the digestive system, respiratory system, this one is respiratory system, circulatory system, this is the circulatory system, and excretory system, this one is excretory system. So all these systems means digestive, respiratory, circulatory and excretory correlated function proved in the diagram. Therefore each one is connected with one another. Digestive system is connected to circulatory system, Respiratory system is connected to circulatory system, and excretory system is also connected to circulatory system. No doubt cell, each and every cell is connected to circulatory system. So in this diagram indicate the functions correlation between digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system and excretory system. Hope that you understood everything. We learn how function prove one by one: digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system and excretory. First one is digestive system. You know, this is the digestive system seen in this diagram. So mouth is first part and anus is last part. So food is taken into mouth cavity. Such process called as ingestion. Means in digestive system involve ingestion process. Food is taken into mouth cavity. In the mouth, with the help of teeth, food is crushed or break down small particle. In the mouth cavity present salivary glands secreted by saliva. Such saliva action on mouth contain food. Digestion process start in the mouth cavity. So such food is transferred from pharynx, esophagus to stomach. Inside the stomach digestion takes place. Some digestion takes place in the small intestine, duodenum, ileum. So digested food is absorbed from small intestine into the blood. Means in digestive system involved ingestion is one of the most important process. Digestion takes place at various location in alimentary canal tube, mouth, stomach, small intestine. Then absorption process takes place. What is absorption? Digested food enter into the blood from small intestine called as absorption, and also undigested food or feces is thrown out through anus. So undigested food is thrown out through anus. This process is actual digestive system seen here. Such digestive system is actual connected to circulatory system. So we learn up to this digestive system and circulatory system is correlated. Second one is circulatory system. You know, this is the circulatory system seen in the diagram. Heart is main pumping organ seen in the center place. So human heart consists of 4 chambers, 2 auricles and 2 ventricles. These are the blood vessels. In the blood vessel is present blood. Through blood circulate nutrient or digested food absorbed from small intestine. Respiratory system contained exchange of gases. Gases introduced into the blood from cell CO2, from lung O2. Transportation takes place through circulatory system. Also circulatory system transport nutrients, digestive material from small intestine to all body parts, each and every cell. Oxygen is also transferred from lungs to all body parts, each and every cell. Cell contains CO2 waste material is transferred from cell to lungs. Some waste material transfer from cell to excretory system. In excretory system, nephrons present in kidney, actual filtration unit or structural functional unit of kidney, filtration takes place, nitrogenous waste, and the circulatory system is a main central system connected to digestive system as well as respiratory system as well as each and every cell as well as excretory system. So here the digestive system is main system, is connected to each and every one. Absorb digested food in the blood, pumping action of the heart, digested food and nutrients transport to each and every cell. Also respiratory gases like O2 and CO2 transportation. So up to this we detail discuss. Circulatory system is most important because every system is connected to circulatory system. Now third one is respiratory system. You know, respiratory system consists of external nares, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchiole, lungs. Due to all respiratory organs involved, respiration takes place. Actual respiration consists of 4 phases: breathing, inspiration and expiration takes place. External respiration at lung alveoli level, exchange of gases. Internal respiration at actual cell tissue level, exchange of gases. And cellular respiration, ATP energy is formation. So respiration takes place during breathing, exchange of gases between alveoli of lung and blood capillaries. Also deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated, means in the lung alveoli deoxygenated blood is converted into oxygenated blood. Such oxygenated blood transfer from lungs to heart through pulmonary veins, through heart pumping oxygenated blood all body parts, each and every cell. So cell absorb oxygen from blood as well as nutrient material from blood. In the cell, oxidation process takes place. With the help of oxygen, complex organic food is broken down into simple inorganic substances like water and CO2. In that process, ATP is most valuable energy is released. Such CO2 and water vapors are transferred from cell to blood. So such blood is deoxygenated blood transfer from each and every cell to heart. So heart pump deoxygenated blood to lungs for purification. Inside the lung, deoxygenated blood is converted into oxygenated blood. So here clearly seen respiratory system is connected to circulatory system. Deoxygenated blood becomes oxygenated. Also O2 supply through heart, each and every cell of the body. Up to this we detail discuss. Respiratory system is correlated to circulatory system. Fourth one is excretory system, seen here. This is the excretory system is connected to circulatory system. Through circulatory system, nutrient material and oxygen is transferred from blood to each and every cell. In the cell, cellular respiration process takes place. With the help of oxygen, food is oxidized to form ATP, and inorganic substances like CO2 and water is released in the cell. So such waste substances are transferred from cell to blood. Such blood is transported waste material from cell to lungs, some material from cell to excretory system. In excretory system, various waste are produced during the metabolic activity of the cell. Such metabolic waste carry through blood to urinary system or excretory system. In the excretory system, the excretory organs or urinary organs filtered nitrogenous waste and make urine eliminate out of the body. So seen here, structural functional unit of kidney known as nephron is filtered out nitrogenous waste and make urine elimination out of the body. Means here clearly seen circulatory system is connected to excretory system or urinary system. Up to this we detail discuss all four different systems like digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system and excretory system are interconnected with each other, especially in circulatory system. So in this diagram indicate the functions correlated between digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system and respiratory system. To this, today's lecture completed. Review today's topic. We learn today transportation in living organisms. Observe the diagram and discuss the processes. This diagram indicate the functions correlation between digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system and excretory system. On the basis of today's lecture, some exercise question noted here. First question, how many different systems do you see represented in a diagram? Yes, in this diagram, total see 4 different systems. Second question, name the different system do you see represented in the diagram? Yes. In this diagram, see first system known as digestive system, second known as respiratory system, third known as circulatory system and fourth known as excretory system. Third question, identify and label A, B, C, D. Here A, identify the system. This system is known as respiratory system. B, identify system. Yes, this system is known as digestive system. C, identify the system. Yes, this system known as circulatory system. D, identify the system. Yes, this system known as excretory system. Up to this, today's lecture completed. Hope that you understood everything. If you like the video, then you can subscribe my YouTube Bioinfo channel. Tap the bell icon and like the video. If any doubt about today's lecture, mention in comment box. Thank you.